And our first card is the star. But we're the only stars of this podcast.
Hell yeah.
I'm Kaitlyn,
I'm Morgan,
and
and this
this
is
is
Commitment Issues Podcast.
Woo! Isn't that so exciting? We're back. I know you guys are probably like, I really thought I got rid of you this time. No, joke's
No,
on you. We're still here. Yeah. And
we're not leaving.
we're here to do your reading today. Just kidding. We're just here to talk about readings today. Well,
I
that's
went
our
home for
first
the
topic.
weekend. It was very nice. But we did Caitlin got a lovely little reading
I
from
did get a
my mom's
little.
friend who's super scary good at it. It's like weird.
Yeah, no, she was very good at it. And I would just like to say to everybody listening that I got very emotional, not during my reading, but after my reading. And like it wasn't anything bad. It was just I tend to be a very emotional person. So I think like I thought back to it and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna cry my eyes out."
It's the
But
Capricorn in you, you know?
yes, yes it is. Good job. Um
I forgot I have this little pin. It's like a little, it's
oh,
the
that's cute.
one of my favorite cards is the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know
Oh.
why. And the tower. We got the tower right there. She's upside down because the tower shows up in almost all my readings. So I was like, why not buy the tower?
Yeah, I can't like turn and show it to you, but like I have like a tarot card. I don't actually know if the sun is one.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I have it. Like me
'Cause
and
it's
my
like,
roommate had like the sun and the moon, and I have the sun and it's
oh,
hanging up there.
hell yeah. I like the sun too.
Right? Who doesn't love the sun? People with a vitamin D deficiency. Um, that was a terrible joke. I'm terribly sorry. Um,
Anyways, to segue into our first topic, it's literally about Caitlin's tarot reading. So would you like to explain to them what she said?
Yeah, so basically, um, during my tarot reading, I thought of a question that I would want like answered or like, answers to like whatever question. I don't know why I rephrased it, whatever. So as I was shuffling the deck, I kind of like thought of what question I would want answered, and then I separated the deck into like three different piles. And then she would ask me for like each pile at a time, like whatever I thought was like first, second, and third, right? That was basically
Yeah.
the gist. I'm gonna be asking Morgan for confirmation because, sometimes
Yeah.
you like miss details or like don't remember things fully.
I do have the whole thing recorded because this is my mom's friend and she wants to start recording them. So hopefully by the time this podcast comes out, I have those videos like edited and ready to go. Um, but
Yeah,
you know,
I don't know. We were mic'd up too, and I'll get to that in a second because that's fun. It felt like we were recording the podcast, but it was something totally different. But yeah, after she laid out it was like I don't know, the layout to me, I had never seen anything like that before, but even she said that no reading will be the same for like any two people.
she it's her version of the Celtic Cross.
Okay.
The Celtic Cross is a very, for our listeners, it's a very popular like spread. It's one of the most used ones. But the thing is, she does it a lot different than you might find in like a tarot spread book. So she can go up to upwards of like three decks. For my reading, she used three decks back in July. Um, but she mixes all these like cards together and it's like weird. And somehow she reads it, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're seeing or anything, but like it's awesome.
Yeah. No,
It's
it really is cool to see how she works and just like hear what she has to say. Sorry, I cut you off there.
No, you're good. It's like it's just weird. Like this is why I wanted you to see it back in like July because I was like, you're gonna love that. Like, it's
Hmm.
crazy.
Yeah. And like, yeah, full disclosure, like, yes, I did get emotional, but I very much enjoyed the experience and I was grateful for it. But yeah, so during my reading, the question that I had like in my head was just about my career because as a recent graduate, of course I'm going to worry about like what's next for my career. What am I going to do job wise? And especially since I'm more in like an art related field, I'm going to be like, what's going on? Like, what's going on?
Okay, I'll
Like,
be there in December.
yeah, shout out Morgan, getting
So
that
excited.
degree. Anyway, um, but yeah, I just had a lot of uncertainty with that, so I wanted to have it like clarified a little bit more. And then I think she basically, from what I got from it, it was basically like a don't worry about it so much, like you're doing just fine, you're gonna be just fine.
That's what I took from it.
Yeah. And as a chronic worrier, I was like, oh my God, thank God. That was the one thing where I was like, okay. The one, oh, and she also mentioned that I would be like not really in one place a lot, kind of like going to different places, which like believe me, I don't know. Like I feel like Morgan can attest to this because she's known me for literally 10 years,
That's
10
so
plus
gross. That's
years at this
disgusting.
point. I know.
It's so long.
I know. It's like te oh my God. I like don't even want to think about it, but it's like anyway. But yeah, since I've like always said that I wanted to travel just like literally anywhere. I'm like, take me anywhere, I'll live anywhere, like whatever. So her saying that, I was kind of like, okay, all right, that's pretty cool. Like I wouldn't mind going different places. The one thing that threw me off was her saying that there would be like three people that I would be like, I don't know if it was on this excursion with necessarily or just like
That you'd be
with
traveling
my,
around with.
yeah. And I think she said that I knew two of them already, but one of them I didn't.
That's freaky to me.
I know because when she said three people, I was like, who on earth could that be? But the fact that it was two people I knew already and one person I didn't, I was like,
Maybe it's us moving out to LA.
huh, yeah, no, totally. I definitely didn't think in my delusional mind that it was the Sturniolo triplets in any way, shape, or form. Like, what are you talking about?
You don't even know that.
I know, I don't. That's why I was like, that's obviously not it. Relax. I'm like, the Delulu, I'm shooting the balloon down with an arrow. It's fine. Anyway. Yeah, so obviously I'm not entirely sure who that meant, but maybe it is Morgan. Maybe this podcast is gonna absolutely just, get so many views and then we're gonna like go out to LA and just, you know, be
See,
doing
if we
all
say it out loud, we manifest it. So,
that is true. Manifestation. Um, I think that was it for career wise, yes.
I think so. That's all I remember.
Yeah, and then to be truthful with you, the only other thing I remember was that she said there were okay, here's the thing about me. I strongly believe that there are like people that I know that have since passed on that are like watching over me. Like I fully believe that. And I knew like fully believe that going into this. And she had mentioned that there were like two people that were like watching over me. And like she would said sometimes if you like find yourself alone and you like hear something like walking around or like moving around or whatever, to know like, yeah, that's who that is. And she said one of them I had known like when I was younger and might have died, and then the other one was like a more recent passing, I think. And I had like this whole entire reading, I was trying not to like react too much to anything.
That's one of her huge rules is if you react, you're gonna mess up the reading. And like she's all about not messing it up. Like,
Yeah. So I was trying like really hard not to like, which is hard for me because I'm sure that anybody who has like watched the YouTube videos can tell is I'm very expressive with the way that I talk and like with my hands. So the fact that I like was trying really hard not to like be so expressive was a little bit difficult. And I was just trying to be like a straight face. Morgan can tell you I was literally just like,
I was like looking over because I was the one I was filming the readings. I looked over and I was like, that's just so intent. Like
I know.
you look
Ooh,
so intently like at the reading.
I know it was scary. But like so after she had said that, I was like trying to like think of I was like, who could that be? Like I have no idea. And then like later on, oh, I should say that she also asked me like how accurate I thought the reading was. And at this point, I had my little handy dandy microphone on, but me being a dummy didn't think to talk into it, and I was just talking outwardly. So there was a little bit of a moment there where I was like, "What?" at Morgan because she was like, "Your microphone."
Just talk to the mic. I
How
didn't
did I
know.
go back?
I haven't actually listened to the audio, but I think you can hear yourself fine. Like,
Okay. So Morgan was bullying me for no reason, just kidding. Um, but yeah, see, I'm just so not used to having the microphones because we do it here that I was like, okay.
yeah.
But yeah, I was like racking my brain trying to think of who she was talking about. And then later on, like in the day, as the day goes on, I thought about it. I was like, I think I know exactly who that is. And it just like bummed me the hell out. Like I was real sad the rest of the day, and I felt bad that I was so sad, but it was just like really getting to me for some reason,
I mean,
which like I
it's
don't know.
totally fine because these like learning that someone you know or someone you knew like is watching over you, like it's definitely not an easy feeling. I don't know if you remember, I think it was the third episode we filmed where we talked about my tarot reading. Like
Hmm.
it just learning you have someone watching you is really odd.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. And not in like a bad way. It's just like to hear it like in a reading is like to me that was like confirmation of like, yeah, no, you're right about that. And I was like, oh, okay. That like means a lot. I'm gonna go cry
Yeah.
now. Which is basically what I did.
It's funny
But yeah.
because I went down with my friend Jen. She also got a reading, but she's also not as big as of like a believer as me and Caitlin are.
Hmm.
So her we actually after you left on Saturday, my mom started asking Jen about how she thought her reading went. And she was like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it was accurate and stuff, which is fine. Like
Yeah.
she didn't feel accurate to her. But she was like, I know, like, at some point I'm gonna think about this reading and be like, wow, a lot of this, like, was weirdly accurate. And I've had multiple occasions where my other friends have gotten readings and been like, have texted me and been like, that's scary. Like, please, like, no, I don't like that that was accurate.
Hmm. Oh my gosh. That's like the part that gets me is that your friends have like reached back out to you being like, hey, and I'm like, "Oh, what?
When my friend Kaylee got one back in July, right? She texted me, I think it was literally 3 days after the reading. And she went, just so you know, the reading came through. And I was like, that was quick.
Yeah.
That's quick. She gave me an estimated one for mine, and it's like 3 years from now. So we'll update in 3 years, I guess.
We have like a side by side comparison. Like it's a YouTube like short of you talking about it, and then it's like, hey, 3 years later.
3 years
And
later.
and you're just like, oh my God. Like, holy shit. But yeah, that is the interesting part about readings. It's like kind of like keeping your eye on it. Because like not everything's set in stone necessarily by any means.
Oh
But
no.
it's just interesting when stuff does happen where you like talk about it and then it's like, oh my God, yeah, that did. Like here
That
I
did
am in this
happen.
situation. I'm thinking back at it.
It's such a weird thing, too. None of the stuff I think that she told me, I think really came true. Like parts of it, yes, but like one of the things she told me was like, this was from not this past reading that I've had, but one of the readings she was like, dang, you're like, I see you like partying and stuff. And the only thing is, I've been to one club. I've been to the club one time since being 21, and I went with the wrong people. Like, it just was not a good night. Like, you have to go with if you're going with a group of people, it has to be the right group of people. I only had Kaylee with me, and then my other friends, but my other friends were talking to their friends, so it's not as enjoyable. So I'm like, I'm assuming this is what she was talking about, was like she would see me going to party, and then there's like drama, and drama did ensue after that night. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's weird. It's a weird how things like come to life, like when like when you know something like that's gonna happen.
Yeah. Because
One
I
of the,
think like it leaves your head and then like
oh
you
yeah.
have that aha moment where you're like, holy shit,
I
I
just thought
remember.
about that actually, where I was like, I forgot that she told me she saw me like partying with like the wrong group of people, and I don't talk to those people anymore. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird.
How
Although
about
I
that?
will say, she has a spirit that follows her that she was telling me about, and then she apparently said spirit wants to follow me because it likes my energy, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm not a vibe.
Um, Morgan the partier. She said all the ragers invite her to yours.
Do not
Her
invite
phone number
me.
is two. Her phone number is 123-456-7890. Da, 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 da. Hey, Morgan,
Yeah,
have you been reading any good books recently?
I have
Oh, tell
not.
me about it. Oh, wow,
I have.
way to lead me on.
I can't. I swear I'm illiterate at this point in time. But
Why? What do you mean? You read on Twitter all the time. Like,
that's so true. I gotta get off Twitter, please. Like
same. It's okay, Austin Knight's not on there, so you're getting a break.
I am. Um, I actually just started rereading though one of my favorite book series because I never actually finished the series, but it's called Caraval and I love it so much. I didn't finish my reread yet, but like ever since I was in like 10th grade and I first read it, I was like, this is so good.
Like, I need to just be in this world.
Oh
Bring
yeah.
me to
If they
it.
make it a movie ever, I will be seeing it.
See, I feel like sometimes you read a book and you're like, all right, when's like, let me see a movie adaptation of this because like I'm a movie enjoyer, but sometimes I just don't ever make the movie. And you're like, well, there goes my dreams. I guess you have to make the movie,
I
Morgan,
will make the movie. I have You're actually just giving me ideas. I should just reach out to this lady and be like, you want to make a movie? I got no money, but like
with
for
your
funsies.
help, I could have money. Please. Thank you so much. That would be so interesting though, you know?
I I actually have ideas in my phone for like move. Oh, everyone gets to see my lovely little back screen. I actually have ideas in my phone for ideas. That's getting so off topic, but like
Hey, no, movie and book adaptations.
actually, I also just bought this book. It's called Betting on You. I read another book called oh shit, I don't remember what it's called, but it's yellow and it's something about the movies. And it's about this girl who wants to become like choose music for movies, and I'm like, that's really fun. A little fun, little honestly like book talk kind of story. This is assuming is also a book talk kind of story, but I saw it online when I bought the other book, and I was like, wow, this one sounds really good. But then I had to wait for it to come out. But her other book, I was like, does not sound that interesting. So like maybe someday I'll read it. Also, one of my favorite books is called Watch What Happens Next. No.
You said that with such confidence. I was like, yes, I believe you.
No, I keep doing that. I keep saying going to say the book title and giving it Watch What Happens Next. It's called What Happens After Midnight. Not even anywhere close to each other, but you know what? It's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's fine. But that one I actually really like. Like it's also like a book talk style kind of book, but like so good.
So wait, the one that you just got betting on you, that was the
Yeah.
one you just got. So what was that one about?
This one couldn't tell
And
you.
you haven't read it yet, correct?
No, I read like the first two chapters.
Oh, okay, slay.
Um, Basically it's like enemies to lovers, it looks like the book.
Yes! I love enemies to lovers. Are
I
you
also
kidding
love
me?
enemies to lovers, also friends to lovers.
Yes. Come on now. I got that enemies to lover candle. Let's go. Morgan, I should send this to you, and when you read it, you like this. It's
I'm gonna set off the fire alarm here.
oh yeah, wait, no, never mind. Grapefruit, cinnamon, co copa copa I'm not okay. Gardenia, I don't know how to say that. It's okay. You know,
As long as it
these are
smells
cool.
good. Did you get that at Barnes and Nobles?
I didn't actually. I got it as a present. This TikTok account made fan fiction tropes as candles. So that's one of them that I have.
I found something similar to that at Barnes and Nobles in like somewhere around here, and
Mhm.
some of them were not good. Some of
Mm.
them did not smell good.
Or like you're just not matching the vibe of the trope, I'll be honest. But yeah.
What
Yeah.
books have you been reading, Caitlin?
Oh, oh, just this old thing. So this is Home is Where the Bodies Are, and as you can see, it's a VHS tape.
I like the design of that.
I know, right? It literally looks like I could just pop this in a VHS and be like, wow. Um, this book was really good. I want Morgan to read this
I would
because
love to read it.
very good. It's about so basically there's this family. So um the dad in this family goes missing and
Ooh.
like the mom is dying and the oldest daughter is like by her mother's deathbed like trying to like make sure she's like comfortable in her final moments and she's basically telling her like don't trust like what happened to your father and it's like very cryptic. It's like wait because she's like it's her last dying breath and she's like saying like don't trust your father didn't disappear is like exactly what she says. And then while so her mom dies, spoiler, just kidding. And like
Spoiler alert.
so there's three siblings. It's Michael, oh my God, Elizabeth. Shit, wait, hold on. Okay, yeah, her name's Beth, but her full name's Elizabeth. And then Nicole. Yeah, so Nicole, Elizabeth, and Michael. So Elizabeth's the older sibling, and she's like, helping out with her mom and whatever. When the three siblings come back to like kind of help Elizabeth like take care of everything at the house and like make sure like, actually attend the funeral is what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
They find a VHS tape and
Oh.
it was from like the summertime and they put it in thinking like oh home movies like how fun and basically on the tape it has their mom recording going up to the dad who's covered in blood and they're like oh shit and the mom drops the camera because the dad's like saying don't record this and she like puts the camera down but it's still rolling and then it's you see their parents and then like the dead body of this girl that like they were like childhood friends with she had like disappeared and nobody knew what happened but you could see the girl in frame so it like proved that they had something to do with her murder, and then the videotape cuts off, and now they have to be like, well, what the hell happened? Like, are you telling us that her parents have been like involved in like
Murderers?
covering up her murder? Yeah, like what? And they're like, is that what we didn't know about dad? Why did he disappear? And like all this other stuff. So yeah, you just kind of have to figure
Crazy.
out like it's so good. Like when I tell you, I got like halfway through the book and then I like, life happened and I was like, shit, I like can't read right now. And then I just recently figured it out. I would also like to point out that a prediction I made actually came true and I was like, I love that.
Isn't that
So
just so nice when that happens? Like it's such a good feeling.
it never happens to me. That's why I was like, yes, let's go. Oh my God.
I did that. I did that with a movie. I'm learning to be better at that with movies.
Mhm.
I did that with the Five Nights at Freddy's
Yes, Morgan, let's go.
Oh my God. I have so many books at home, especially that I like have to read because I've never read them. And then like I just keep buying more.
No, that's me because okay, well this isn't one that I bought, but like my grandmother gave this to me. It's The Sound of Darkness, and it's basically about like these detectives, except the one detective can like hear people's like thoughts, whether they're like alive or dead. So like she uses that as a tool to like find the missing people because there's like this murderer
That's kind of
and
freaky.
yeah, kidnapping young girls. Ooh,
Oh,
fun. Love it.
love
Yeah.
it.
I know.
That's
I
so
haven't gotten
good.
very far, as you can see, but it's kind of slow. We'll see how it goes. But yeah,
I hate slow books. I'm like,
I know.
either plot happen or plot don't happen. Just get to the point.
Where is Harry Styles? Kidding. I'm kidding, guys. Not everything has to do with One Direction, 5 Seconds of Summer, water parks. You can name it. Anyway, but
We can't
yeah,
even justify that because our next topic is talking about Zane's store.
I know, but Morgan, let's be honest, our roots are in music, and we love talking about tours.
Oh yeah.
Especially going to the tours. However, will we be attending Zane's tour, Morgan?
No. And I would just like to say, Ticketmaster.
F you, dude. F you.
You know what? I was actually trying to look up tickets for Alex Warren's tour too, and they were not.
Oh,
They were just not coming up. It was like something's wrong with your browser, and I was like, no, the fuck it's not. Ticketmaster, what's your problem? I'm gonna fight Ticketmaster.
Do you think they sold out?
I don't, it didn't even tell me if it sold out or not. It literally just kept saying like something's wrong with your browser. So then I went to look on Live Nation and it wasn't even giving me the Philly show.
Weird. When was he going to Philly?
We're gonna
It's
find.
okay if you don't totally remember. It's fine.
Actually, here's the last one I looked up. Cool. He'll be in Philly
So,
October 15th.
okay. So yeah, that's coming
Oh,
up soon.
he's at the place where we saw Clinton Kane.
Oh, Cafe World Live or whatever it was called.
World Cafe Live.
I was so close. Why is that the one venue that like I always switch around whatever order?
No, because I do the same. I always have to read it. Fun fact, we saw Clinton Kane at World Cafe Live and we got lost.
Yeah, that was fun. We were like by U Penn's like or
It's like the ice rink or something.
yeah.
Like
At first I was
the
like,
random ass parking lot.
yeah. We were like the adrenaline rush after that show was insane because why did I take a picture with a random building? That was like I needed to calm down. Oh my
I
gosh.
missed that show. We know Clinton Kane's not a great person, but I've met him like 3 times. So
We're aware people.
we're aware.
We're
We
aware.
know.
But so Zayn, um, I love the way that he announced his tour.
Oh my God,
I
yeah.
thought I like watched the video of him like on it was Jimmy Fallon, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where he
Yeah.
was like, he gave him the note. I think that's because he announced his album the same way. I didn't realize he did that.
Oh, I didn't realize that
I
either.
saw a video of it and I was like, oh, like I didn't know he did that. And then he did it again for the tour, and I was like,
That's
Zayn
actually
Malik?
really clever. I love a little callback, you know.
Yeah. So I have like the little like Zayn Malik. Do you know what that is? The little VIP key thing. Um, like it goes in your Apple Wallet. I have no clue what it is, what it does, or anything, but it's how I
Hmm.
got like some VIP access or something to the tickets. And I went to go look at least how much the tickets were. Like I wasn't necessarily going to buy them at that moment, but I went to go look at how much they were. And I had two VIP things in my cart and they were like $60 a piece or something. It was so cheap. It was like under $130 for both of them. And I was like, you know what? I might just buy these because like, why not? It's in New York. Like I can just come home for a day. Like not a big deal. Wouldn't be the first time either.
Yeah.
Um, so I went to like move on to whatever like the checkout thing is, and they were gone, and every other ticket was like can't purchase, and I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Um,
I would just like to say, Morgan, I'm really sad that you and your coworker cannot collect the One Direction boys like Infinity Stones. That's actually quite upsetting to me.
I know. Should I just like include pictures of like Harry, Louis, and Niall? Because I just saw Niall this year, and let me tell you, 9-year-old me was freaking out. 9-year-old me dying inside.
Oh yeah.
Harry's
What One Direction song did he sing?
Niall. What did we get? I think we got night changes.
Oh my God, Jealousy. Jealousy.
Wait, is that the video? I swear to God, that was where he brought down a disco ball. Hold on.
I thought so.
Brought
Didn't
down-
Louis sing one too?
Louis sang Where Do Broken Hearts Go, I want to say. And I think that was the one we were freaking out about.
Oh my God. Oh my God, no way he did. Why did I like remembered that they both sang One Direction songs? Please, the fact that they gorgeous, stunning. I love it. The visuals.
Also, Delwater Gap, he opened for Niall. What a cutie. Like,
What a cutie. Doesn't Bellwater Gap make jokes about like, oh my God, the lead singer or like the main act or whatever? It's obviously like it's Niall he's opening for, but I thought he made jokes about being like, oh my
and
God, I'm like kicking my feet.
apparently he has a really hot guitarist. And there was a video, some girl posted a video on TikTok, and it was like, get you someone that looks at me like the guitarist. I don't remember what it was.
Yes.
And then Delwater Gap commented and was like, he doesn't even look at me like, and I was like, excuse me.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
He's so funny. Like I don't listen to a lot of his music, but like I really enjoyed him live.
Yeah.
Like he was so good.
We love openers. Yes, we
We
do.
do.
We
Openers are
absolutely
so good.
sweat. They do. I love just like having a new little favorite artist because they opened for one of my other favorite artists.
And last
You
time that
know?
happened, it didn't go so well. So
And yes, that is so true.
got to get my streaming up so I can get rid of them.
Yeah, poor. That's unfortunate. Gotta stream literally anything else.
Literally anything else.
Speaking of streaming anything else, I don't know why that was my segue. I was just gonna talk about another tour, an upcoming tour. Oh yes, uh-huh. It was the home team's fall tour of 2024. And Morgan, do you want to guess who those openers were?
Um, I know Super American's one of them, and then oh my God, you said which who the other one was.
I did. It was Arrows in Action.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, it's
how did
okay.
I
And
forget?
yeah, no, you're fine. And then it was Pulses, and then I'm forgetting the fourth one. Oh my gosh. Well, now I feel bad because there's okay. Pallets is the fourth one. But I am only familiar with the home team, Super American and Arrows in Actions.
I'm not big into listening to the home team, but watching All Your Friends Get Rich, such a good song.
Why? Wait, no, I do. See, this is the thing where it's like I know that song, but I forget how it goes, and I hate when that happens because I'm like sitting here like,
That's the same. That's with me, like with Arrows in Action. I'm not like I'm also not a big Arrows in Action person. Um, but like I would love to go see them live. They seem so fun.
oh my God, I want to see them. Which is why, like, when I saw that they were opening October 3rd, by the way, Millersville, of all places. Like, okay. Usually it's always Philly. Like, half of the time it's usually Philly or
Fun.
like Camden, New Jersey. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, the home team, I don't think it's too small of a band. Like, I feel like they have a pretty
Hold
good,
on. I'm
like,
trying to find the map and it's for some reason I'm like typing instead of the map. Okay.
yeah. And like, where at? It's a
Millersville, I
very,
don't think is that far from me.
I think there's only like,
Is it Millersville or Millville?
it's Millersville.
Okay. That's the university. The university's 2 hours from here, so it is not as close as I thought.
Yeah. I honestly thought it would have been closer for some reason. I don't know
So did
why.
I.
Maybe to me it's closer. I mean,
Maybe.
obviously, I think it would be.
I
But
think
yeah,
so.
I think they have like one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, there's only 7 dates on this tour. And
Oh,
that
so it's
is
like a mini
the
tour.
very first, yeah, mini tour. And that is the first date of that tour.
This
They're
is
start kicking
Pennsylvania.
it off in
But
Pennsylvania.
fuck Pennsylvania.
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
Woo. It's so exciting. So yeah.
you should go.
Um, I want to go so bad. Arrows and actions. Like, are you kidding me?
Just come pick me up on the way, you know?
Be like, hey, Morgan, let's go. It's just on a Thursday. It's fine.
I don't have class on Fridays.
Oh,
I'm done class by 11 every Thursday.
so Morgan, we're going. I
No?
actually haven't even looked at tickets. Like, I need to slow down. Also, there's no way, like, I wouldn't say hi to Super American again because I'm too embarrassed after last time. I just wouldn't say hi.
For those of you who might not remember, Kaitlyn's a little embarrassed to meet Super American again because we went to see Super American on my birthday, but the one guy recognized Kaitlyn as the guy who kept tweeting that it was my birthday at him.
Okay, no, he didn't say that. He just said I recognized you from Twitter. But I was more scared to see them again because of that interaction, because they're probably like, this girl talks a lot. She needs to relax. So yeah. I'm really sorry to Super American Pat and Matt. I'm very, very sorry. I didn't do anything bad. I just talk a lot. Like I just like I don't know. I was yapping their ears off and I feel really bad
But you're a
about it.
yapper, it's fine.
It's okay. I can just talk to arrows and actions, and then Super American will be like, "Don't talk to them. Don't do
They'll
it."
just be like in the background and they'll be being like, shut up, make them go. And then they're gonna be like,
What?
what?
It's like, don't let them in. They're talking to security. Like, God, no, please.
And them right now.
I know, ban them. Get them out of here. Uh, so, Morgan and I talk about tours but we also talk about what we're listening to recently. That was a terrible segue. Where was I going with that?
What we listen to.
Yeah. So Morgan, why don't you introduce the new segment?
Um, so we have a new segment called What Did We Listen to This Week? I don't know if that's what we're calling it, but that's what we're calling it right in this moment because I can't think of a better name.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. There's some
DM us if
fine-tuning
you have something
adjustments.
better.
Yes, please DM us. We will get no DMs, but it's fine. It's okay. So Morgan, say Morgan, what did you listen to this week?
Oh God, where's my on repeat? I'm a little curious.
Just
The DJ.
news.
I we're just gonna go through my little driving playlist.
Oh,
I Need You to Know wasn't gonna go out by the Weathers. That was the song we were talking about on the last episode being released. I've been listening to it nonstop.
yes, the one that
It's
I
so
messed up the
good.
title of. Yes,
It's so good.
it is really good. The Weathers is somebody we need to see live too,
I need
along
to
with
listen to the
Stand
Weathers.
Atlantic.
Oh my God. Rockstar and Girls Are Gone by Saint. Am I supposed to call it Girls Are Gone or Gag? Like,
Gag. We
um,
had this conversation in the album
I
review too. We're like, what do I call it?
I don't know. I'm calling it Girls Are Gone. I've been listening to those nonstop. Got back in the BOK by Petty Hendrix. Boom.
Yeah.
Love that song, the one featuring Austin Knight. I'm really biased because I love water parks.
But they came together and made a great song.
Oh
Or,
yeah.
well, had a great collaboration. I'm fairly certain Petty Hendrix had that written before Austin was a collab on
I
it.
think there's a original version of it.
Yeah.
Also, my final one is When You Know by Neck Deep. Such a pretty song. Love her so much.
What album was that off of?
It's a good question.
I need to get in the neck deep.
I love Neck Deep. I gotta get like super like more into them, but all distortions are intentional, like the orange one with the little purple thing spiraling.
Mm, maybe I'm not as familiar.
There's a couple songs from them that I'm like really in love with, and I just never really got into like fully listening to them.
Mm-hmm. I like I always have to be in the mood to listen to certain artists. Like as much as I love a certain artist, I have to be in like a mood to like listen to them.
My problem is I get mad when I don't know the lyrics to songs, but the only way to know the lyrics to songs is to listen to them. So I'm like, I would love to listen to these artists, but sometimes most of the time I just really want to listen to songs I know. So
Yeah.
it's kind
It's
of annoying,
just
but like,
yeah. I mean, it's nice to be able to sing along the songs
oh yeah.
and not just be like, like
That's
just
me
like
with
that.
any song ever, even if I know the words.
Yeah, that's honestly so valid. Like,
I just learned some of the lyrics to Brainwash today. Like it's so bad.
I like can't tell you how many times I mess up the line, this syndrome feels
The syndrome feels like home.
stuck home.
I'm
I
like, do you want to
always
keep me
sing
on my
like
yeah.
I think I always sing you said you feel stuck at home. I don't know why like I always think that's the words. I I don't know why I always think that's how it goes, but I'll catch myself singing it like that. I'm like, I know that's not the words. Why can't I not like need to like reprogram my brain? I don't even know.
I love that line. The syndrome feels Stockholm. I love that so much. I don't know if it's like the lyrics or if it's just the way he sings it, but I'm like, anyways,
Shout
what have
out.
you been listening to this week?
I was gonna say shout out One Direction since he
Oh
wrote
my
that
God.
with
Shout out One Direction. Shout out all of those boys, except Liam. I have beef with him right now.
I have beef with him right now. So real, so true. But I'm so glad you asked, Morgan, because I just wanted to tell you about all of the little singy songs I've been listening to. First of all, the song It Runs in My Blood by Good Hangs. Oh my God, it's devastating, but it's the best thing ever. it's basically just about like, oh, like my parents have all this shit going on and like I have all this shit going on too because they're my parent. And it was like,
Yeah.
like I think I don't know how I was trying to describe that. I don't know. But yeah, that hits so hard and I was listening to it on the way to therapy and thinking like, oh yay.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So another upbeat one. So this isn't even like a song, this is an album. So Trophy Eyes, Suicide, and Sunshine.
I gotta listen. There's so many artists that I want to get into, and I'm like, I feel like I can't because there's so many.
Hmm.
I'm like, I can't do it.
No, I totally get that. It feels like there's like not enough time to listen to like everything in the world. But highly recommend that. Fair warning, it is sad as shit. Like
Oh my God.
there is a song on it that literally is like the lead singer talking about one of his friends like um that had like passed away that had like committed suicide
Like,
unfortunately. And it's like oh my God, when I was listening to it, it's the first time I was like, wait a second. Like I had to do a double take.
yeah,
And I was like, oh my God. And like I listened to it like once and then I like went back and listened to it like once more to be like, I want to look and I like pulled up the lyrics more to like because I don't know why, but in my head I was like, that's not what he's singing about, but surely it was. And I was like, okay,
yeah,
yeah, I don't and like duh, the album is called Suicide and Sunshine. Like, I don't know why I didn't put two and two together. It's like, it's such a beautiful song. Like, it's a great song. And I just think, like, the meaning behind it is like so powerful. And especially since it's like September's like Suicide Prevention Month. I
yeah,
think like listening to that of like losing people that way is like, it's so sad. Like, it's really heartbreaking. But I just think like to be able to like talk about it in like that form of like in that like art form is really great.
yeah. I'll have to give it a listen.
Yeah, no, I highly recommend it. Again, like it's not gonna be one where you're like, oh yes, I'm really like feeling this one. It's gonna be like, oh, I'm about to sob my eyes out anyways. On a happier note, actually maybe this isn't even a happier note because I've been listening to Role Models album Kansas Anymore so frequently. It is so
I
good.
I've heard Role Model is so good, and just for some reason, I've never like sat down to be like, he seems like such a cool artist, but like,
Yeah. Also, um, he is actually in the what is it called? He was nominated for Sexiest Man Alive, but he has first of all, his competition is Harry Styles, and I'm like, oh, I want you to win so bad, but like, oh, I don't
no,
know, brother,
yeah,
that's
that's not
tough.
gonna happen if Harry Styles is in the question.
Yeah, I was like, I voted for him anyway because I was like, I want you to win because
As you
like,
should. Vote for the
I,
underdog.
yeah, like I love Harry. Don't get me wrong. Like,
My man, Harry Styles.
don't get me started.
Don't even get me started.
But yeah, highly recommend listening to that. I think Super Glue is my favorite off of that album. It's just gets stuck in my head. And my latest Instagram post, no, I'm just kidding. That was TikTok. I used that sound. And I was like, wow, here's my drawing. But yeah, just because I was like, I don't really know what's I was gonna do Hot Dog by Super American because it was a
That would have been
drawing of a hot
so
dog.
fitting.
However, I didn't think it would get nearly as much engagement. No offense to Super American. It's just
Probably
nobody
not.
knows who they are. Or, okay, not, they aren't as like, they don't have as big of a following.
Plenty of people know who they are, but like,
Yes.
just not enough.
Yeah. I love you, Super American. I'm sorry. Oh my God,
We
I need
love
you
you,
to
Super
read.
American. Thank you for letting me spend my birthday with you.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. My apologies in advance. I just feel like such an annoying fan with them. I feel so bad. Anyway, my last song I wanted to talk about was Asphalt Rodeo. It was I honestly go back and forth whether I'm like, yes, this is such a great song, or like
Who
I
sings
don't know how
it?
I feel about it. Elio, I think.
I don't know why it sounds so familiar.
Yeah. It was one of those songs where I like put on a playlist and then it ran out and then it like played recommended songs and I was like, I actually kind of like this one a lot. So I wanted to talk about it because I was like, okay. I love when that happens. That's how I found It Runs in My Blood by Good Hangs was like my playlist ran out and it just played recommended songs. But yeah.
What others? I'm trying to think if there's any like songs that you don't really know on my playlist.
Mm, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I've been listening to my like little pop punk stuff. Oh, TV shows by Nightly.
Oh yeah, I need to listen to Nightly more.
I love Nightly. Like they're so good.
They are very good. I listened to that. Oh my God, what was the single that they released not that long ago?
Oh, the one
We talked about on the podcast.
let me look it up.
Let me look it up real quick.
Look it up.
Ooh, ooh.
Every part.
Every part, yeah.
It's such a
That was
cute
like,
song. It's just so slow where I'm like, it's not one I would listen to on the daily basis, but it's so good.
yeah. No, I thought that was a great song. I really enjoyed it.
You know what else? 40 the band 408, they got a couple songs that I like. Actually this one I didn't realize was them. We Don't Get High Like We Used to. It's so fun.
Wait, I feel that sounds so familiar.
I can't even sing it.
Me with any song ever, yes.
Well,
Hmm.
there's another song on this playlist with them. Oh, Hot Mess.
Hot mess. Okay. It's not striking any chords with me. Maybe I need to check it out.
Yeah, there's a couple of their songs. I'm sure they're really good. I just haven't like fully like looked into them.
Hmm.
Oh my God, I want to tell a really fun story right before we're like done. So when I was driving back to school like a month ago, I was making my playlist, and this is the playlist I made for that. No, I redid it. But one of the songs I put on there was Stick Season by Noah Kahan. Is that how you say his name? I will never know how to say his name.
Something like that.
Kahan, we'll never know. Um, and I went to we stopped at this place that my dad's been dying to stop at called Country Junction. It's like this giant general store. Um,
It's not Bucky's though. Nothing will
oh, not
ever
Buck.
live up.
My dad really wants to go to Bucky's, and there's a sign somewhere in Buttfuck, Pennsylvania, and it's like 500 miles, something to the nearest Bucky's. And my dad was like, I really want to go see it.
So sweet that he wants to go to Bucky's. But
I'm like,
yeah,
I'll take you to Houston.
for a show,
We'll
yes.
we'll go to Houston, Texas. Maybe not Houston, but like we'll shut the fuck up. I'm filming a podcast down here.
Anyway, you were saying.
Um, it's so funny. He just really wants to go to a Bucky's. But so I got back in the car and I was like, stick season comes up. And but then it's like knuckle puck. And I was like, that's not right. Like knuckle puck doesn't sing stick season unless they have the same song title. So I went to take a picture to send it to you, and then they start singing the actual words, and I was like, you know what? Maybe the fact that it's a cover would make sense.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good cover though. I played it and one of my friends was getting in my car and she was like, "Oh my God, you seem like the kind of person to listen to like the emo version." She was like, "I thought it was this song, but it just sounded way too emo." And I was like,
I think like I was in the car when you played it and I was confused because I was like, wait a second. I thought this was
I
a Noah Khan song. Why is this
I
not?
confused myself.
No, but like, okay, listen, like, say what you want about like I don't listen to Noah Khan, so I don't like follow whatever, but holy shit, is that song catchy? That gets stuck in my head like all the
I
time.
have it on my work playlist. Like when I play music at work, that's one of the songs playing because I'm like, it's just so good. Like
Yeah.
I'm I found it because Olivia Rodrigo did a cover of it and like it sounded really good. So then I found the original version. I was like, okay.
Right. And I think they both sang it on one of her tour dates.
They did I do remember that actually.
Mhm. Yeah.
I remember seeing all this stuff for that.
I know. I remember like I don't know if it was like Instagram or TikTok that I saw videos of it, and I was
People were
just
like
like,
freaked out.
yeah, no, that audience was loud. Although, like, I don't think anything could have been louder than Chapel Roan and Olivia Rodrigo on the
Oh
same
my God.
stage.
That's insane to me. Like, that's so
Gosh,
crazy.
I know. I love Chapel Roan. Mhm.
Wouldn't that gone?
I know. Truly.
Anyways, everybody, I think we're gonna end it here.
No, Morgan, how can you end it here? There's so much more to talk about next episode.
2 weeks. Gotta wait.
Yeah, sorry. Be patient. As if people are like, I'm on the edge of my seat. I need it
Like we
now.
need to hear what you guys have to say.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, that's
Thank
it.
you guys so much for listening. Specifically, thank you to all of our random people across the world because that's really cool to me that we have like listeners in other countries.
I know, like, who would have thought? Like, when Morgan told me about that, I was like, what do you mean, Hungary and Croatia? What
I
do
know
you mean?
I saw it and I was like, huh? The
They must be
Netherlands?
so confused listening to this. They must be like, what is happening? Oh my gosh. But yeah, we will see you guys later, as if we're seeing them face to face. But yeah, all right.
Bye.